Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the King Fan Man. As most of you probably know by now, this year marks the 10th year anniversary of Fallout 3's release back in October of 2008. And many are wondering what Bethesda might do to honor this occasion. Most of us would love a remastered version, or at least a special anniversary version with some kind of sprucing up by Bethesda. And it seems to be looking more and more likely that this might just happen. Now, before we get into that, it should be noted that the fact that we are getting a back-to-back Fallout and the location of that new Fallout are most likely at least partly due to Fallout 3's anniversary. Let me explain what I mean. First, we were all shocked when Bethesda announced their new game this year was another Fallout. It was shocking because just 3 years ago, Bethesda gave us Fallout 4. Most obviously, we weren't expecting another Fallout back-to-back because it's been 7 years since the last Elder Scrolls. Bethesda has been telling us also that they wanted to work on something new. So could Fallout 3's anniversary had anything to do with Bethesda's decision to make another Fallout? I think at the very least it must have been a consideration and probably was a major reason why Bethesda chose to do another Fallout. So they didn't just choose to do another Fallout, they also made the location literally just a few miles from the same location as Fallout 3. That cannot be a coincidence. Fallout 3, of course, was located in Washington, D.C. Vault 76 is considered a D.C. area vault according to a log in a computer in Fallout 3. And that's my third reason for thinking Bethesda must have done this at least partly because of Fallout 3's anniversary. They chose a vault that was talked about in the main game and in a DLC of Fallout 3. So the connections with Fallout 3 and Fallout 76 are unmistakable. Plus, it's already been seen that there are going to be many salutes to Fallout 3 in Fallout 76. One example was the date on the Pip-Boy, which is the exact same date as the release of Fallout 3. So it's obvious that Bethesda knows it's a very special year, and they have already shown their willingness to celebrate Fallout 3's anniversary in a huge way. But most of us are still wanting and wondering if Bethesda will celebrate by giving us a remastered version of Fallout 3. Well, just this month, 2 brand new big files showed up in the Steam listing of Fallout 3. Of course, these files are not yet titled or open, so we cannot see what they are. Now, if this is Bethesda's anniversary surprise, then it won't be a full remaster of Fallout 3, because that would be a totally new game. Remember Skyrim Special Edition? It was a completely new game, not just a few files added to the old game. But then just yesterday, Just Dom reported that files were found on Bethesda's own website that are labeled Fallout 3 Special Edition. Now this is huge news, so it appears that Bethesda already has a trailer as well sitting there and waiting for E3. Again, like I said, this would be huge news because this would point to a whole new game and a remastered version. I will leave a link to Dom's video in the description below. Obviously, this has me very excited and very hopeful for a special anniversary remastered edition of Fallout 3. I just hope Bethesda has had time to do such a large project. You see, some don't understand that a true remaster is almost like having to remake the entire game all over again. This is according to an interview with Todd Howard. But since Bethesda Game Studios now has 3 studios instead of 1, and they have more than tripled their numbers, I believe they do have the manpower, if they've only had the will. Now let me leave you with some more exciting news. Yesterday on Twitter, Pete Hines was asked if Bethesda still had any surprises left for us for E3. Pete Hines responded, definitely, more than one. Wow! But now remember, Pete Hines is speaking about all of Bethesda Softworks and not just Bethesda Game Studios. So these surprises could come from any of the studios that Bethesda Softworks publishes. But this is still a super exciting news. What are these multiple surprises that Bethesda has yet to reveal? Is it a Fallout 3 remaster? Maybe a Doom 2 or a Starfield or a completely new game or project we haven't even thought of yet? If Fallout 76 taught us anything, it should have taught us that Bethesda can still completely shock us with something nobody was expecting. So who knows what these surprises are? I, for one, cannot wait to find out. I want to thank you as always for stopping by the King's Corner today, and I want to give a special thank you and shout out to both Carolyn and Barian for becoming my first supporters on Patreon. Guys, it means more than you will ever know. And hey, if you're able, why don't you go over there and check it out and consider becoming a supporter of this channel as well. I'm about to upload some cool stuff over there, like a blooper reel you're not going to want to miss, and actually a clip of me in the band that I used to be in. Now that's quality content. Above all, I want to thank you guys for just being a part of this channel and supporting me, and especially for the kind comments that you've left over the last few weeks. They have left me even more excited and more motivated to make better content, and that's my pledge to you. I'm still learning this business, and I'm going to try to keep getting better and better. Hey, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, why not? Hit that button. You will not regret it. I am the King Fan Man, and I'll see you next time.